Hi folks, today we're going to be taking a look at the card game Bonc. Now Bonc is a battle royal type game, and the object of the game is you're going to try to knock all of your opponents out, try to be the last person standing. So let's take a look at it. Okay everybody, here we go. The object of this game is you are going to try to be the last player standing, and you're going to be trying to basically knock off everybody else's life tokens. And in the beginning, everybody's going to go ahead and start with 5 of them. We'll go ahead and show you some of the cards here. The cards are numbered 0 through 8, and they're of different colors. Now, when you're playing these cards, you don't necessarily have to follow the suit, meaning the color. But if you want to end up bonking somebody, which is one of the ways you're going to be able to take out players' life tokens, you're going to want to try to play a card that is the same as the previous player. On top of this, you're also going to be having a number of wild cards that you're going to be able to play, and I'll go ahead and show you what they are. This is the Bonc card. If you play this, the player who went before you is going to end up taking a hit, and he's going to end up losing a token. Here's one that says Borrow a Time. This will allow you to steal a life token from any player. You have the Backstabber card, and this is going to allow you to bonk the player that is after you instead of the one before you. This is the Bulletproof card. Now what this card is going to do is going to make you immune for 2 rounds. If you play this, you're going to go ahead and pick up one of these tokens and place it here on the 1. After you take your turn, you'll go flip it to the 2, and then after that, this token is going to go ahead and get discarded. Here we have the Bandage card. This is going to allow you to get a life back, and you're going to be placing any of the tokens that you lose into the Pit of Doom here. With this card, you're going to take one back. This is the Block card. This is going to allow you to block any attack or wild card that is played on you. This is the Blitz card. This is going to allow everybody else in the game to lose a life if you play it. So we'll go ahead and just kind of show you how this game works. I'm going to go ahead and decide what I'm going to play here. And let's just say I decide I'm going to go ahead and play an 8. So player 2 is going to go ahead and look at his cards. And he happens to have an 8. So he goes and plays an 8 and says, Bonk. That's one of the ways you can bonk somebody. So player 1 is going to go ahead and lose a life. Now, you can make what are called bonk chains in this game, and what this means is if the third player in this case played the same card, then the previous player in this case is going to end up losing 2 lives unless he happens to have a block card, which he does. So let's just say he decides he goes and plays the block card, and that's going to protect him from losing those 2 lives. And now he's going to go ahead and draw a card and refill his hand back up. So, we'll go back to player 1. Let's just look at player 1. Player 1 says, I'm playing the Blitz card. So he plays that. And now both the players are going to end up losing a life unless they have a block card, which this one does not, and this one does not. So neither of them have one. So both of them are going to go ahead and lose a life. So we go to player 2. Player 2 goes ahead and says, I'm going to play a Borrow a Time card, and I'm going to steal a life from somebody. So he goes and takes it from player 1. So we go to player 3, and player 3 says, okay, I'm going to play the Backstabber card. Bam. And so now player 1 is going to end up losing a life. But player 1 says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and play a block card. So that blocks that attack. And he goes ahead and picks up a card because you play the block. So I go to player 1 again. Let's just say player 1 plays a Bandage card. So this is now going to allow him to get a life back, and he will go ahead and take that. Now, once you run out of cards, you're going to go ahead and deal the cards again. And you're just going to keep on playing until all the players except one have lost all of their life tokens, and the player that is left standing is going to win the game. And that, folks, is how you play Bonc. So my final thoughts on the game Bonc. Well, this is a game that is definitely not meant to be taken seriously. If you read the instructions, you'll get it because it's written kind of in that funny way. But I do like this game. It's really simple to learn for sure. I like the use of the power cards, trying to knock your opponents out and stuff like that. So there's definitely a lot of seesawing going back and on where you're trying to knock out your opponents, and then you're trying to basically heal yourself. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that, by stealing from another player or by doing a bulletproof, things like that. So yeah, this is a very lighthearted little game, and I think anybody that is just looking for a good filler game to play, not looking for anything really serious, just kind of looking just for something light and fun, I think this definitely fits the bill. I am kind of curious to see if the company is planning on maybe releasing some expansions, like some more power cards or things like that, because I could definitely see them adding things to this to just make the game that much deeper. But yeah, good little game. All right, guys, that's my review of Bonc. Catch you later. Keep on gaming.